Hey guys and girls, my name's Alan and today I'm bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary. So I don't have a topic that I really want to talk about in too much detail because as I said in previous gameplay commentaries, I have covered quite a lot of things about Black Ops 3 as a game in general, and I'll be quite honest with you, I haven't played a lot of Black Ops 3 recently, so there's not too much I can talk about in terms of my own gameplays, even though I have a lot of gameplays I want to share, just none that I've managed to upload or talk over yet. But as I said, I'm trying to keep on top of my commentaries and stuff because I want to try and do 2 a week, one for Black Ops 3, one for Uncharted 4. I know I've said all this before, but just in case you don't know what's going on, that's my game plan. And I will be resuming highlights collections quite soon. I've got quite a lot of clips of Black Ops 3 already. Uncharted 4, I'm building up a nice collection actually, so expect to see a few of those soon. I crap on that dude then, in that corner. So yeah, so the news I want to talk about today, it's, well, I don't know if you'd call it news, I guess it depends on your viewer on the stance of things, but Infinite Warfare I haven't really been following at all, as I've said in my previous video, because I really couldn't care less at this point. I've lost all interest now in Call of Duty, well, in the next Call of Duty. I still quite enjoy Black Ops 3, but in terms of the new game, I don't really care about it too much from what I've seen so far. However, I've recently found out that they've altered the artwork slightly. So you'll see the original artwork on the screen now. I will be showing it. There you go. And basically, as you can see, the helmet is quite prominent. There's a spaceship in the background, and it looks kind of sci-fi, right? Which is obviously that's the theme behind the game, even though people don't want that, but that's what they're doing. And in a couple of seconds, now, for instance, you'll see the updated artwork. So as you can see, the helmet has been, well, not, the guy's still wearing a helmet, but it's a lot less space flighty. This is like a sort of slimline version of I think it's still a space helmet, but it's much more of a slimline version. And the spaceship, as you can see, he's sort of blocking it, so it's not as prominent as it was in the original artwork. And also, the thing that I noticed straight away was the stance. It's very much previous Call of Duty stance, so I think very similar to Ghosts actually, and even some of the Modern Warfare games, whereby there's a soldier posing with a gun, and the gun is, as you can see, modern, not futuristic or anything like that. It looks like it takes a clip. It looks like it fires bullets. It just looks like a normal modern day weapon. And so I think Activision, or whoever's behind this, have been very clever. If this is indeed the new updated artwork, as I said, I don't know if they've changed anything behind the scenes in terms of gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, but from a marketing point of view, it's no longer a futuristic title, but it's, well, I mean, I guess it still is a futuristic title, but they're trying to market it to people who may not have seen the artwork yet as, oh, this might be another boots on the ground shooter, like a Modern Warfare sort of thing. And there's going to be some confusion in terms of the Modern Warfare remaster, because not everyone is fanatic about Call of Duty. You've got those casuals, parents maybe, or people who see a trailer and think, oh, you know what, I might give that game a go. And they might not know too much about the game, but they might have heard about things like, CoD 4 and how good it was and stuff like that. And so they'll see CoD 4 remaster and they'll think, oh, maybe this is the game. But then obviously they're paying for Infinite Warfare as well and stuff like that. I mean, this is all speculation. I don't know what the plan is, but that's, for me, that's how I feel they're treating this right now. As I said, they're being very sneaky, Activision, Infinity Ward. I don't know who to blame here. I'm going to blame both, because one company is marketing the game, one company is making the game. A, we don't want the game in the first place because it's set in the future, so that's Infinity Ward's fault. And B, they're being sneaky with the marketing, and that's definitely down to Activision, so they both got blame here. But yeah, so that's my view on things. I think they're trying to change the perception of the game slightly, even though obviously people who have been following the news from the start, myself, well, I sort of found out from the start, but I haven't really been following it since. I know it's a game set in space, but if you're jumping on it now and you see the artwork for the first time, you might not know this. So yeah, Activision being sneaky, Infinity Ward, well, we'll wait and see if they do anything. Speaking of gameplay itself, so nothing's been revealed or anything like that apart from the trailers and stuff, but apparently there will be a multiplayer reveal later in the year. How late in the year, you ask? Well, it's in September, which is 2 months away from the game launching. So arguably one of the biggest things about Call of Duty these days is the multiplayer, and you're leaving it until last minute pretty much. 2 months before the game is due to launch, that is when you're going to reveal the multiplayer to everyone in the world. which is a little bit disconcerting, to be honest, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a single player person. I do enjoy the campaigns. Well, I try to enjoy the campaigns, and then I move on to multiplayer. But I know that a lot of people don't do that. They will go multiplayer and then maybe dabble in the single player afterwards, which is fine. But in this day and age, I guess you could say the multiplayer is the big selling point of Call of Duty. So yeah, I don't know who's made this decision. Probably, as I said, marketing is probably down to Activision. But they're going to leave the multiplayer reveal until September. So again, a lot of people aren't going to get a good overall impression of this game until very late in the year, by which time they might not have cancelled their pre-order, or they might not pay too much attention to the game, and so they'll give it a chance, that sort of thing. But in my eyes, it's a little bit deceptive. Well, okay, maybe deceptive is a strong word, but in previous Call of Duty games, they've tried to release the reveal early. So Black Ops 3, the multiplayer reveal was actually at E3, if you remember, which is happening this month. So this time last year, we were getting a first glimpse of Black Ops 3 multiplayer at E3, which is crazy, which is like 3 months ahead of when we're going to get a look at Infinite Warfare. Not Infinity, God, they've really made things complicated for themselves, haven't they? Because IW is Infinity War, but IW is also Infinite Warfare. So yeah, thanks guys. Nice little tongue twister there. It's too early in the morning for this for me. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like, but I'm not holding high hopes for it at all. And actually, I was talking about how marketing from bloody hell, I was talking about how the marketing from Activision is being sneaky, and you know, my first impressions of the artwork was, yeah, it's actually quite good. And I know it's only a simple couple of changes, but it's already made me think a little bit differently about how I'm thinking about this game. Even though I know it's set in space, right? I already know this stuff, but just seeing the artwork change has lit a tiny little flame of hope in my heart. But I'm going to douse that flame now, because I know I'm going to be disappointed if I keep it lit. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you feel about this artwork. Do you think there's actually any gameplay changes behind the scenes? Don't forget, this game is now, what, 2 and a bit years in development, so the chances of them actually canning it and bringing out a brand new game, or indeed, you know, remastering the other 2 Modern Warfare games for us to enjoy, is kind of far-fetched. They've obviously sunk a lot of man hours and a lot of money into this title. They're going to release it regardless. It's just whether or not it's as bad as we fear it's going to be, or maybe it's a little bit better than we think it's going to be, but still obviously not quite the game that we want from Call of Duty. So yeah, that's probably about it, to be honest. Nothing more for me to talk about in terms of that topic. I am looking forward to E3. I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of news there is. In the past few years, I've started to watch a bit more of it. In previous years, I've only really tuned in for like the big announcements and stuff like that, like obviously console releases and stuff. But over the past few years, I have been tuning in just to see what sort of titles there are available. But I don't know about too many games this year. Obviously, there's a few that I want to check out. You know, Battlefield 1. Hopefully, there's some stuff about Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 4 even. But I'm not. Yeah, because that game's been delayed. I don't know how much we're going to hear about that. There's no Uncharted this year, so I've lost a bit of hype there. But I don't know, maybe Naughty Dog will announce another title. I don't know. Who knows, right? We'll have to wait and see. Possibly some Uncharted 4 DLC, actually. Maybe that's going to be talked about. I don't know if there's any other games that I really care about at this point. I mean, obviously, there's probably some games I care about, but none I can think of as prominently as the ones I've just listed. Topics. Alright, well, I might as well just talk about the gameplay then. It's coming to an end anyway. As you can see, throughout the entire match, it's a very close game, and it does go down to the wire, but I won't ruin the result for you, so just stay tuned and you'll see what happens. Something also happens at the end that's quite interesting, but I don't want to talk about. And as you can see there, that is, I mean, if you didn't know, this gameplay was recorded quite a while ago, as I said, probably during November, early December. And yes, I'm referring to gameplay that old because I've got tons of footage, as I said, with that I need to share with you guys and girls. That was pre-buff Hellstorm, and I should have got at least a double or something there, possibly even a triple, but I got a single. So you can see why people were complaining about it, and I think they have buffed it recently. Well, not recently, but they have buffed it in a couple of patches ago, so I think it's a lot better now than it was then. I'm still using my anti-air class, my anti-equipment class. As I've said in previous videos as well, you should always have one of these, because as you saw earlier in the gameplay, an enemy player called in a RAPS deploy ship, and I was able to take care of the ship and also of the RAPS. which you know, obviously saved my team a few deaths and probably kept us in the game, because if those things go on a tear, and they can go on a tear, then you can lose the lead quite quickly. And I'd almost get the quad there. Player shuts me down from behind, but I could have got that quad if I'd have just, I don't know, if he hadn't turned up, or if I'd have spotted him first, I could have got a cheeky little quad. But that's just the way it is. I like the Dingo as an LMG. It's a good weapon. Good rate of fire, good accuracy, good iron sights, decent sized clip as well. You could argue a little bit weak, but I suppose on the whole it's quite balanced. I don't know if they've actually changed it too much about the weapons recently. I mean, I try and keep up to date with patch notes and stuff. I fell so hard there, the War Machine. I think I failed earlier as well. I didn't get a single kill, did I? I caught it in, I got shot in the back of the face. Back of the head. I don't know why I said back of the face. Oh, as I said, it's too early in the morning for me. I haven't even had a cup of tea yet, but I thought I'd get a gameplay commentary done because I felt I was in the mood to do a gameplay commentary, and I just wanted to get it done. I don't know, like, sometimes I'm really productive in the mornings, and then towards the end of the evening I'm just like, meh. I just want to play and I just can't be bothered to do too much. But as I said, I'm trying to change my patterns and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, we're just about to win it, and I'll let this final clip play out. Boom! Guy gets crapped on. So I take out one player, turn around, get the 180, well, sort of 180 spin. Well, you can see it in slow motion. I get the turn on him anyway. He should have pistol swapped. He fired twice and he missed twice, so he really should have pistol swapped. But more fooled him, right? So anyway, that's the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider tapping that like button if you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate it. And as I said, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on this whole Infinite Warfare situation. Do you think they've actually made any real changes, or is it just artwork, cosmetic changes, you know, that sort of thing? The next gameplay commentary will be coming this weekend, and it will be Uncharted 4. I think at this point it will be my first impressions video. I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. But until the next video, possibly a highlights collection. I don't know yet. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.